Have scientists been killed in order to prevent certain shocking and life-altering discoveries under wraps? Are there really scientists who have had inventions suppressed because their discoveries would have completely scrapped entire technological and industrial systems? In the annals of history, the light bulb and the internet stand tall as transformative inventions that reshaped the world. Yet, hidden behind these celebrated breakthroughs lie forgotten tales of revolutionary technologies that, for reasons as mysterious as they are disturbing, were stifled before they could change our lives. Buried under layers of corporate avarice, shrouded in government secrecy, and dismissed by the rigid dogma of mainstream science, these innovations were cast into the shadows. As we peel back the layers of this enigmatic history, we uncovered 10 suppressed inventions that, had they been allowed to flourish, might have altered the very fabric of our existence. Number 5 is shocking because it would render most of our modern transit obsolete. And number 1 on our list would have eliminated the need for oil drilling worldwide. Number 10. The Ogle carburetor, the dream that died in the desert. In the 1970s, a self-taught mechanic from El Paso, Texas, Tom Ogle, seemingly unlocked the holy grail of automotive technology, fuel efficiency so extraordinary that it defied belief. His invention, known as the Ogle carburetor, claimed to propel a vehicle over 100 miles on a single gallon of gasoline. It was a tantalizing promise at a time when the world was gripped by an oil crisis, with nations scrambling for solutions. Ogle's approach was nothing short of revolutionary. Unlike conventional carburetors, which mix air and fuel before combustion, Ogle's design eliminated the need for both the carburetor and the fuel pump. Instead, his invention relied on a mysterious black box that vaporized fuel before it entered the engine, ensuring a more complete burn and thus significantly reducing the amount of gasoline needed. But as the world marveled at Ogle's modified 1970 Ford Galaxy, a cloud of skepticism loomed large. Experts questioned the feasibility of such a design without substantial engine modifications. Despite securing patents and attracting interest from investors and corporations, Ogle's refusal to sell his patents sparked tension. In 1981, at just 24 years old, Ogle's promising journey came to a tragic end when he died under suspicious circumstances. Officially, his death was attributed to an overdose, but those close to him whispered of foul play, suspecting that powerful interests had silenced him to protect their profits. Number 9. The cavity structural effect, unlocking the secrets of insects. Viktor Grebennikov, a Russian entomologist, might have seemed like an ordinary scientist, but his discoveries veered into the extraordinary. His research led him into the mysterious world of what he termed the cavity structural effect, CSE, a force field generated by the geometric patterns of insect shells, which he believed could unlock supernatural abilities, including anti-gravity. While exploring the Siberian steppes in the 1980s, Grebennikov stumbled upon a bizarre phenomenon. Lying down on the ground, he experienced strange sensations, a metallic taste in his mouth, ringing in his ears, and headaches. Beneath him was not just the earth, but an underground bee city whose honeycomb structures emanated an unusual heat. Intrigued by this discovery, Grebennikov delved deeper, hypothesizing that the rhythmic, ordered structure of insect shells could generate anti-gravitational effects. His experiments led him to construct a platform outfitted with thousands of these shells, which he claimed functioned as an anti-gravity vehicle capable of astounding speeds and even rendering its rider invisible from below. Despite the potential implications of his research, Grebennikov faced relentless skepticism from the scientific community. When he attempted to patent his invention in 1992, he was met with rejection, and just before his book on the subject was published, crucial details were mysteriously removed. Was his work too dangerous for the public, or was it simply too radical for mainstream science to accept? Number 8. The water fuel cell, a vision drowned in conspiracy. In the 1980s, an Ohio inventor named Stanley Meyer introduced a technology that could have redefined our approach to energy: his water fuel cell. This device promised to split water into hydrogen and oxygen using minimal electrical input, a process far more efficient than traditional electrolysis, and power vehicles using only water as fuel. Meyer's technology captured the imagination of the public, especially when he showcased a dune buggy powered entirely by his fuel cell. It was a vision of a future where cars could run on water, whether from the rain, the ocean, or even snowmelt, an abundant and eco-friendly alternative to fossil fuels. But the scientific community was not convinced. Skepticism ran high, with many questioning the reproducibility of Meyer's claims. Tragically, Meyer's life was cut short in 1998 when he died under mysterious circumstances after reportedly exclaiming, "They poisoned me. Although his death was officially ruled a cerebral aneurysm, conspiracy theories abound, suggesting that Mayer's invention posed too great a threat to the global oil industry to be allowed to succeed. Number 7. The radiant energy device, harnessing the power of the cosmos. In the 1930s, T. Henry Murray, an electrical engineer and physicist from Salt Lake City, Utah, introduced the world to a device that seemed to draw power from the very fabric of the cosmos, the radiant energy device. Drawing inspiration from the pioneering theories of Nikola Tesla, Murray claimed his device could tap into an unseen, inexhaustible source of power. Murray's invention featured a special valve, a semiconductive material designed to absorb radiant energy from the environment and convert it into high-voltage electricity. His demonstrations were nothing short of miraculous, powering lights, radios, and motors with no visible connection to any conventional power source. Despite the stunning implications of his work, Murray's claims were met with skepticism from the scientific community. Critics pointed out that the device's operations were not sufficiently documented to allow for independent verification, and Murray's reluctance to fully disclose the details of his invention only fueled their doubts. Moreover, Murray faced sabotage, threats, and break-ins at his laboratory, suggesting that powerful forces were determined to suppress his groundbreaking work. Number 6. The Energy Machine, a quest for overunity. Joseph Newman, an inventor from Mobile, Alabama, stepped into the limelight in 1979 with a bold claim. His energy machine could produce more energy than it consumed, challenging the very foundations of physics. Newman argued that his machine harnessed a principle akin to Einstein's E=mc², unlocking the vast energy contained within matter. Despite facing fierce opposition from the U.S. Patent Office, which refused to patent his device, Newman garnered support from over 30 scientists, including figures from NASA. These supporters believed that Newman's invention could revolutionize energy production and transform the future of humanity. Yet Newman's journey was fraught with legal battles, skepticism, and public scrutiny. The National Bureau of Standards tested his machine and concluded that it failed to demonstrate the over-unity effects Newman claimed. Undeterred, Newman accused the Bureau of misconduct and continued to advocate for his invention. Although he never achieved the widespread recognition he sought, Newman's legacy endures, with enthusiasts continuing to explore the potential of his ideas. What's the invention that would put Tesla out of business? Before we tell you, are you enjoying this video? Like, subscribe, and get notified for more spine-chilling mysteries. Number 5. The suppressed saga of the original electric car. In the late 1990s, General Motors introduced the EV1, the world's first mass-produced electric car, during a time when environmental concerns were beginning to influence public policy and consumer preferences. The EV1 quickly gained a dedicated following, with drivers praising its efficiency and seeing it as a beacon of a cleaner, more sustainable future. But despite its initial success, General Motors abruptly discontinued the EV1 in 1999, citing economic reasons and the vehicle's limited battery range. However, this explanation left many unconvinced, sparking speculation that the true motive was to protect the interests of the oil industry and traditional automotive manufacturers. The most shocking aspect of this story was General Motors' decision to retrieve and destroy every last EV1, erasing its existence from history. This unprecedented move was widely seen as an attempt to stifle the advancement of electric vehicle technology, ensuring that the status quo of gasoline-powered cars remained unchallenged. Number 4. The Hendershot Generator, a tragic tale of free energy. Lester Hendershot, an American inventor in the late 1920s, claimed to have developed a device capable of generating free energy, the Hendershot Generator. Utilizing the Earth's magnetic field, this device was said to produce electricity without the need for conventional fuel sources, potentially revolutionizing the way we harness energy. Hendershot's initial demonstrations captivated the public and media alike, sparking excitement about the possibilities of a world powered by free energy. However, as enthusiasm grew, so did the opposition. Critics launched a campaign to discredit Hendershot's work, and his attempts to further develop his generator were met with increasing resistance. Hendershot's story took a darker turn when in 1961, he was found dead in what was officially ruled a suicide. However, many believed that his death was no accident, suspecting that powerful energy interests had silenced him to protect their profits. Hendershot had reportedly been warned to stop his research, and his mysterious death only fueled speculation that his generator posed too great a threat to be allowed to succeed. Number 3. The Tucker 48, a car that could have changed everything. Preston Tucker was a man of vision, and his dream was to revolutionize the automotive industry with the Tucker 48, a car that promised to break the mold of conventional design. Unveiled in 1946, The Tucker 48 featured innovative safety features, a rear engine, and the distinctive Cyclops eye headlight, which turned with the steering wheel to illuminate corners. Despite the public's excitement, Tucker's venture was plagued by financial difficulties and legal challenges. His unconventional approach to funding, which included selling dealership rights and taking pre-orders, attracted scrutiny from the Securities and Exchange Commission. Ultimately, Tucker's company was forced to cease operations in 1949 after producing only 51 cars. The Tucker 48 became a symbol of what might have been, a car that could have revolutionized the automotive industry, but instead was crushed under the weight of legal battles and financial woes. Number 2. Victor Schauberger's Vortex. Energy, the nature of perpetual motion. Austrian forester and naturalist Victor Schauberger was a man ahead of his time, delving deep into the secrets of nature to uncover the potential for perpetual motion machines, devices that could run indefinitely without external energy. Schauberger believed that by understanding and replicating nature's processes, we could unlock new ways to generate energy. Schauberger's most fascinating invention was the repulsine, a saucer-shaped device that created energy through a vortex of air or water. His work drew the attention of the Nazi regime during World War II, which pressured him to adapt his inventions for military use. After the war, Schauberger continued his research, but his work was shrouded in secrecy and speculation. In 1958, Schauberger was detained by U.S. intelligence agents, and all his research and prototypes were seized. This event fueled rumors that his work was seen as a threat by scientific, economic, and political powers. Schauberger's ideas, which promised a new era of clean and free energy, were likely suppressed by those who feared their disruptive potential. What's the number 1 most suppressed invention in human history? Tell us what you think in the comments. Number 1. The N machine, tapping the cosmic energy. Bruce De Palma, a former MIT researcher, embarked on a journey that challenged the very foundations of accepted scientific norms. In the late 1970s, he introduced the world to the N machine, a device that purportedly generated more energy than it consumed by tapping into the environmental energy around us. De Palma's invention was based on the idea that space is not empty, but filled with untapped energy. His machine utilized a rotating magnetized flywheel, which he believed could harvest electrical energy directly from the magnet's field. This concept drew inspiration from the work of Michael Faraday, but pushed beyond the boundaries of conventional physics. The mainstream scientific community, however, was quick to dismiss De Palma's claims, labeling the N machine as a perpetual motion device. Despite the skepticism, De Palma conducted various tests and demonstrations throughout the 1980s, some of which showed anomalies in energy output that could not be easily explained. Although the N machine never gained mainstream acceptance, it remains a subject of fascination for those who believe it holds the key to a new understanding of energy. Thank you so much for watching. We greatly appreciate you. Like and subscribe.